My bad, my mic was muted. What's going on, team? What's going on, team? Welcome to tonight's isolation session for August 11th, 2025. We'll give everybody another 3 minutes to join. 7:05, we'll get started. You guys have any questions? Let me know. Any pairs in specific that you guys want me to go over, any entries you guys took for today, let me know. If not, the pairs that we're going to be going over are the ones that you see on the right hand side with the red flag next to their name, starting off with AUD-USD, finishing off with US oil. We will be going in order from the top to the bottom. If there's a specific pair that's not on my list that you want me to go over, let me know, and we'll do that towards the end of the session. If there's a pair you want me to go over that's in my list or on my list, we'll go over that once we get to it. But I'll give you guys some time now. Sorry, I'm scratching my face, man. Fuck. I got some crazy allergies today. If you want me to go over any pair right now in specific before we get started, let me know. Any questions, anything you want me to break down, anything you want me to talk about, explain, let me know. If not, if there's no questions, I know in our Discord we don't have any questions for today. There's no questions, then we're just gonna get started at 7:05 again, and we'll go through these pairs. Shouldn't be longer than a 35 minute session for today, so should be fairly quick. Seems like you guys are good. No questions in the chat. Again, I'll give you guys another 2 minutes here. um, go Booba. Could you go over the 30-minute zone on gold too? Yeah, I got you. We'll do that as well. Yeah, what's good, Muhammad? Welcome, my brother. Just wanted to give everybody a few minutes to join, man. Hate doing these sessions when I'm the only one here. Doing good, man. I can't complain. How about yourself? What have you been up to? Oh, man. I'm good, bro. Just been bored. Hasn't been shit on the markets these last couple days, so I'm excited to get this ready for today, so we can know for tomorrow, what there's gonna be. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get something, a little something. I just want a little crumb from the market. That's all I need. Just a few pips keep the 9 to 5 away, man. That's what it is. We'll give everybody till 7:10. So again, I know I gave everybody an extra 5 minutes, but just gonna give everybody an opportunity to join. We'll go over gold. Gold is a pair on our list, so we'll get to it. We'll go in order. If there's a pair specific you want me to go over that's not on the list, let me know. We'll go over that at the end of the session. Again, just gonna give everybody another 40 seconds to join and then we'll get started. Damn, I checked the charts already. EA, USD, CAD are the best ones in my opinion. But we'll go over those as well. You had any questions about those in specific, or you good on your charts? Right, so let's get started. So AU, we know we are in level 3 on a downtrend. Right, we already know price gave us our first set lower high to our point of interest. Right, and then price ended up giving us a lower low change of character. Now, in order for me to start saying that we're in an overall downtrend, that we're going to continue this downtrend push, I need to see a break of structure after the change of character. And we can see that right now, price is not giving us that downtrend push. We're still trading higher high, higher low, higher high. At the higher high, price decided to just give us a zone of consolidation, where price has been rejecting lows, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs, going back down to the bottom for the last couple days. Right, so AU just gotta be patient, wait for price to turn around. Once it starts giving us those lower lows and lower highs, we'll start trading it. For right now, just gonna skip over AU, go to the next one. You guys will see that it's pretty much just rinse and repeat for every single pair, guys. I will appreciate your take. I got you. AUD CAD, we're in the first zone of consolidation on a downtrend. A1, right? We're looking for that second push to the bottom. However, right now we can see that not only are we stuck in the zone of consolidation, where price is rejecting highs, rejecting lows the entire time, but we also know that on the lower time frame, if we go down to the 4 hour, if we go down to the 30-minute, we can see that price is on a lower time frame zone of consolidation. Right, and on the 30-minute we were in a zone of consolidation, then price gave us the break, the retest, and the continuation back to the top side. After 3 days of rise, which we knew was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, after 3 days, market must move sideways or go down. And what did we do? We moved sideways. Right, so again, I'm not really going to be looking at AUD CAD. Once we start downtrending, very similar to AU, that's when I'll start looking to take these trades. AJ is not a pair that I look over, but I turned it on yesterday. I think it was for you, right, Booba? If I'm not mistaken. You were telling me you were looking at AJ, UJ, and GJ, right? But yeah, I mean the JPY pair. I think I said this yesterday, right? The JPY pairs are all trading the exact same way, right? They're all doing this kind of thing where, yeah, we're still on an uptrend, but on a lower time frame. We could see price making lower lows and lower highs on a lower time frame, right? But again, on a higher time frame, we're stuck in a zone of consolidation, right? And we're still uptrending in there. So it's like not really looking at anything. I should turn this off. I'm not really gonna be looking to take these trades. Only JPY pair trade, or the only JPY pair that I'll be looking at would be GJ. All these other ones is just you're putting high risk pairs on your watch list. And it's like it's fine if you're looking at one, but when you're looking at three of them that are doing the same thing, it kind of just throws you off. Right? We're still making higher highs and higher lows, so right? AJ, I'm not even gonna have that on my watch list. Mohammed, you said EA, right? So this is EA. All right, so EA, where are we? Right, we are in level 3 on an uptrend, looking for price to reach our previous peak high in this area, right? So we know that we're still on an uptrend, right? We know that EA2 reached our previous highs where price has rejected, went down, rejected, right? Gave us an inducement, came back down, came back up, came back down. Like we're just pretty much trapped in these highs, right? So that's the number one thing. We know we're in an area where price has been trapped. On the 4-hour time frame, which we really go down to a lower time frame, which is a 30-minute, right? We know that we're stuck in a zone of consolidation. We had 2 days of drop, today being the third day. Price gave us a third day push back down to the bottom. Perfect. Right? We already know why is this perfect. After 3 days of drop, market must move sideways or go up. Right? What I don't like about EA, technically speaking, we did get a valid break. Right? With that being said, the fact that we got a break, right? And if we were to get a break, then we know that this is higher high, higher low, higher high. Price gave us a little change of character inducement to the low already. Now, I like this because this is where we could start going down into the lower time frame, right? The 5-minute, and we'll start looking for price to give us lower low, lower high, lower low. This is where price gave us a change of character, right? Higher high, and we know that we're looking for price to either break these highs and give us a break of structure to then continue, look for those trades back to the top side, or we already know that if price breaks these lows, these entries would be invalidated. So we want to be patient with EA. EA definitely looks good. Again, we already have 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, we already know the market's either going to move sideways or go up. So gotta be patient with that trade for sure. Could be a really good one. Very similar to what we took the last time. Right, very similar. We had the inducement of the low. After the inducement of the low, we had the change of character. We had the break of structure, the retest, to then continue. Right, from the bottom of the zone of consolidation back to the top side. Could that same thing happen here? Absolutely. So we just want to be careful with EA. Be careful with it and be patient with it. EA is looking good. Yep, and we're also, yeah, I said that already, yeah. We're also at the bottom of the zone of consolidation on the 30-minute. Yep. Alright, so EA, let me go ahead and go into the Discord real quick. Daily watch list. This is for 08/12/2025. Watch list. And that was Euro AUD. Look for potential long setups after 3-day counter. Okay. EuroCAD daily time frame. We are in previous peak high territories, so EuroCAD, I am not going to be trading it. We'll keep it updated, see if there's anything to update. Right now, we're good. We're in a lower time frame zone of consolidation. Right, we had 3 days of rise. 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, the market must move sideways or go down. And we ended up going down. Right, gave us that 4th day push and went right back down. And again, we're in a zone of consolidation. We're still uptrending, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high. Price hasn't given us a break of the highs just yet. We're just still stuck in the zone of consolidation. So ECAD could be a good one to keep an eye on. But again, the fact that we're in peak high territory, that's pretty much it. We already know this is the area where the market makers are going to be trapping traders left and right. So not even going to put that on our watch list. We'll just keep an eye on it. EURUSD, we're in an overall uptrend. We're in level 2 on the push to the top side. We are trading at a higher high. This is a pair that, again, I am expecting price to give us a steeper pullback back down to the bottom, to give us a higher high going into a higher low somewhere in this area down here. If we go down to lower time frames, right, 4 hour, we know that we're still trading higher high, higher low, higher high. This could definitely be, like I said, the higher low, but I am expecting this higher low to be a little bit steeper. Right, and if we go down to the lower time frame, 30-minute, once again, very similar, very common theme in every single pair. We're stuck in a zone of consolidation. Right, where price is rejecting highs and rejecting lows the entire time. I do like the fact that we have a valid break of these lows, but again, I'm not looking for downtrend pushes. So it's not what I'm looking for, but the market always has to move. And wherever the market moves, we just gotta let price do what it has to do, and then we'll attack when is our time. GA, what's good, Mr. Albert? Welcome to your stream, my brother. Take a sip of water real quick. Word to Steve Morrow, man. Let me take a sip of my Diet Coke. GA, we're in peak high territory, so we'll just go ahead and skip this one. Very similar to ECAD. Right? Peak high, peak low, stay away. There's nothing good that comes from here. We still have that gap at the bottom of the market on the 4-hour time frame, and we have a day of no net for today. So 2 days where price is moving sideways. GCAD, we are in level 3 on an uptrend. Let's take a look at the lower time frame. No continuations here. On the 30-minute time frame, right, I do like the fact that price gave us a little lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, change of character, higher high, higher low. Right, and then gave us another push to the top side, and we're still trading between the same highs and lows that we were since yesterday. We had a day of no net yesterday where price moved sideways, and then for today, price opened up with a very big gap. Price came up, filled the gap up, and then came right back down to the bottom. We, however, did finish on a push to the top side, so we'll be patient with GCAD. Again, I don't really like how much price moved in the last couple days, right, without giving us a pullback. It kind of just kept rising, right? So GCAD it is a pair that I'm going to be keeping an eye on, but I'm also going to want to see a pullback on GCAD before we take a trade. And right now, we don't really have any other entry confirmations, right? We don't have any engulfing candles. The change of character, break of structure, I mean, we do have that, but we don't have a pullback, right? So that's really the only thing that's missing from this pair at this point. So we'll be patient with GCAD, right? Overall, we know that if we just zoom in, we're pretty much stuck in the zone of consolidation. So the easiest trades to take would be if we get a steeper pullback and price gives us an inducement of the low to then continue back to the top side, right? That'd be the best thing, right? Or again, if we get a break of the highs, we know we could take these trades back to the top side. So being patient is the name of the game sometimes. Not much more we could do about it. Again, guys, we're almost done here. These last couple pairs, we finish them pretty quick. For the most part, again, a lot of these pairs are consolidating, so we don't really have a lot to say. Muhammad said EA and USD CAD. Okay, I just didn't want to miss it. USD CAD. Alright. But so far, so good. Any questions from anybody? Let me know. We'll give you guys a minute. On the 22-minute mark, we'll go ahead and keep going again. Any questions at all? Anything you want me to explain? Anything at all? All good? Alright, cool. Alright, so let's keep going. So GJ, my biggest challenge was MS, was market structure. Gotcha. Yes, sir, I'm chilling. Bet. Okay. Yeah, I mean, market structure is definitely, I would say it's definitely the most challenging part of trading, right? Because it's very difficult to, it's very difficult to not want to be, like, for example, on the daily time frame, right? It's very difficult to not want to just zoom in and look at everything, right? Once you start connecting every single time frame, right? The 4-hour time frame has a lot more structure than the daily, right? And then when you start asking the question, like, all right, how do you differentiate, what a 4-hour break is and a daily break and 4-hour structure compared to daily structure? And then you go into the 30-minute, where the 30-minute you have a lot more, right? And then you start differentiating between, all right, well, this is 30-minute structure, but why is it not 4-hour structure, vice versa, right? So it is a little challenging, but over time, again, the more you see it, the more you do it, it gets a little bit easier. It definitely gets a lot easier, not even a little bit easier, but over time it does get easier and easier. The more you do it, the more you see it. It's just repetition, right? It's getting your chart vision. That's what you would call it every single time. You're just developing that chart vision to be able to see it. So that is, again, that is the most difficult thing to see. I agree. And especially now, again, like, the hardest thing about market structure is you have two different sets of people, right? You have people that's never seen it before, and then you have people who think they see it, but they learned it from somebody who was teaching them something completely different, right? And it's very difficult to let go of habits, whether it's good habits or bad habits, right? And unfortunately, it is a bad habit. But it's like that in everything that you do, right? It doesn't matter what career choice you get into, it doesn't matter what it is. Again, you could be playing baseball, and the way that you learned how to hold the bat when you were younger, once you got to play in high school or once you got into travel team, you're 14, 15, 16 years old, your coach tells you after 10 years, hey, you're holding the bat incorrectly, right? And it's going to take you a couple weeks, a couple months maybe, to get in the habit of holding the bat the correct way. Or your stance when you go and you pick up a ground ball, you need to put your glove on the floor. A lot of people don't do that. It's bad habits, right? And again, it's like that in every sport, right? If you play basketball, your shooting form, the way you hold the ball before you release it, if you're moving, if you're moving around too much, you're not really center of the ball, whatever the case is, right? Those are all bad habits that, again, within time and within the right coaching, you will be able to get rid of the bad habits, right? So, again, we could go on and on with different analogies and different examples, but yeah, market structure is going to be one of the biggest things to, is one of the most important things to learn, and it is going to be one of the hardest things to learn to somebody who's can't really see it, or again, for the people who already developed a bad habit of what market structure is. So on the daily time frame on GJ, we know that we're still on an uptrend, right? Higher high, higher low, trend all the way to the top side, higher high, price came down, gave us a higher low, and on the push back to the higher high, it decided to just give us a zone of consolidation, right? Where prices again still rejecting highs and rejecting lows. We haven't gotten a clean break. We're sitting at the highs of the zone of consolidation, so just want to be patient, right? For me to feel comfortable taking these trades back to the top side, I need to see a valid break of the top. Without a valid break of the top, I'm not really trading this. Right, again, this could still be, I don't care that we have an internal structure, breakout zone of consolidation. It doesn't matter. Right? For the same reason that didn't matter on US 30. Right? Again, it's just repetition. Like if you already saw it once, you know what's going to happen again. It doesn't matter what pair is happening in. Right? It's the same exact example as to why this breakout didn't work on US 30. Oh, but it broke out the top of the zone of consolidation. We have to go long. No. Where's US 30 at? We're in peak high territory. Where's GJ at? We're in peak high territory in a zone of consolidation. Like, what are we not understanding here? Right? This breakout, could it be that? Could it be a break retest to continue? Absolutely. It could be 50-50. But this is what a 50-50 trade is. It's 50% chance that it's going to go your way and 50% chance that it's not going to go your way. Right? And it's really about, right, well, are you going to take this trade? Are you willing to accept that risk? Right? And again, for me personally, no. I don't like taking trades that are 50-50. If I could see on a chart, right? If I see on a chart that buyers are given confirmations, and at the same time I see that sellers are also being given confirmations, what am I going to take? I'm just going to gamble? Well, these are confirmations for shorts, and these are confirmations for longs in the same area. What are you going to take? What side of the team are you going to be on? Right? And that's what I don't do in trading. If I have to ask myself what's going on, where are we, is not making sense, then there's no point in even trading it. No point. Right? GU very similar, bro. My allergies are going crazy, bro. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. My bad, guys. My allergies was kicking my ass, man. My fucking nose was itching. Had to wash my face real quick. Alright, so let's keep going. So GU, again, very similar to EU. We're in level 2 on an uptrend. We had push 1 for zone of consolidation. We had the break, the retest, and the continuation. Right at the higher high, we could see that price is now starting to come down. It gave us a nice little push down to the 200, which looks perfect, right? This definitely looks a lot better than EU when we're connecting market structure with every other confirmation that we want to see, right? And we had a change of character. We had a break of structure. The only thing that price did not give us after the break was a retest, was a pullback, right? Price just continued the trend back to the top side. So could we be looking for a steeper pullback to be given on GU? It could happen. It could be something that we could be projecting that to happen on GU. So gonna be careful with GU. We'll keep an eye on GU. NZD USD, we're just still stuck in a zone of consolidation after the change of character. So NU, we already know that at this point we're also trading counter trend, right? And NU, we know we're in an overall downtrend. So once we start making lower lows and lower highs, I'll start looking at NU once again. For now, we're just gonna skip it. US 30 is another one. We're just stuck in the zone of consolidation, right? It gave us a beautiful, beautiful engulfing candle today. However, it didn't give us the retest. I was looking at this all morning, right? It gave us a nice little 1 hour engulfing candle, beautiful engulfing candle, and it missed the retest by a fucking micro pip. I was sitting here, I'm like, let's go. We're gonna get the beautiful entry. Right, it was 9 o'clock right before the NY Open, but nope. That 9 a.m. candle came up, missed the retest by 20 pips, right? Well, 2.1 pips, really, right? Literally just by 2 pips, right? 3 pips, and so yeah, that was it. That was pretty much the entry for US 30, but it's all good. Again, we're pretty much still in this zone of consolidation, so if price doesn't break these lows, we know we're going to go back up. If price goes back up, doesn't break the highs, we know we're going to go right back down. So it's really just about being patient. Overall as well, we know we're in the highest point in the market at this moment, where price has rejected these highs before. Right, we rejected the highs, went back down, rejected the highs, went back down, went all the way down to the bottom, came back up, rejected the highs, and we've just been in this lower time frame zone of consolidation as well, which we could see on the 4 hour. Right, huge zone of consolidation. So once again, this is a pair that we want to be super patient with, super patient. And we already know that this is the area where the market makers are trapping traders, as we talked about earlier. Right, it's going to give you these fake breakouts. Right, all the traders who thought this was going to be a breakout to the high gave you a fake out, went back down to the bottom, making you believe that this is going to break out to the bottom to continue, and what happened? Comes right back to the top side. Right, so we want to be careful. It is what it is. Now USD CAD, right? My problem, Muhammad, with USD CAD is that, you know, could we sit here and could we sit here and say that price has turned around and we're in an overall downtrend now? Right, we have push 1, push 2, push 3. Push 3 gave us peak high, and peak high price gave us an inverted shoulder head shoulder. We started the downtrend push. First zone of consolidation on the downtrend. Where should it be? Above the 800 EMA or on the 800 EMA? Could we say that this is the start of the downtrend? Right, so with that being said, the only thing that's still keeping USD CAD on an uptrend is the fact that on the daily time frame, we're still trading higher high, higher low, higher high. This could simply be a daily time frame higher low to continue back into a higher high. Right? That's the only thing that I'm not liking about USD CAD. Now again, we could sit here and argue, oh, but the 4 hour time frame, yeah, the 4 hour time frame gave us a change of character higher high right on the 800 EMA. The fact that price still hasn't given us a break above the 800, the fact that price still hasn't given us a break of structure after the change of character, I can't feel comfortable taking these long positions back to the top side. Right? And if we go down to the 30-minute, again, even when we're looking at 30-minute structure, we don't have anything. Everything that we're looking at right now, everything between this low and this high, this is all internal structure. This is all 5-minute structure, which isn't bad, but is not as strong as it would be if we would have 30-minute structure in the 5-minute structure, or vice versa, 5-minute structure within the 30-minute structure. We don't have that, right? So it makes this pair a little bit tricky to trade, right? And that's really the reason I'm not trading it. Like again, if price gives us a valid break of the highs, alright, then cool. We'll continue to look for those uptrend pushes. But right now, you know, when we're looking at the internal structure, again, like, how can I go into long positions when price is giving us clean lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low? What's this right here? Lower high. So how can I feel comfortable getting into a buy position when I know that price has reached these previous lower highs already? Right? So It really is just that. We just have to wait it out. Again, like USD CAD, there's a lot of these pairs that I'm really not trading at this moment. Like there's no, I would rather spend my energy looking at a whole other pair than be looking at some pairs that are in areas where we know we're going to be trapped. And we know we're going to be trapped. Right? It's not rocket science for us. We already know the market maker moves. We know what they got to do to us. Right? So it's really just about being patient. And again, I would rather spend my time looking at a pair that looks 100 times better than that one. Same thing with USDs are. Like we're in a 30-minute zone of consolidation. We know we're still in V2. V2 is a second zone of consolidation on an uptrend, looking for that third push to the top side. Like we still have a lot of pips to go to where price could go lower, right? And again, we know that ZAR and USD CAD move very identical, very similarly. And the fact that these last couple weeks price has been moving differently, right? That also raises a couple red flags for me. Right, the fact that we had a little shoulder we broke the low. Once we broke the low, instead of giving us a simple lower low, lower high to then continue into a lower low, it gave us the break and price is just consolidating. Right, and then that just gives me another indication like, okay, cool, I already know that the next time that an entry is going to be presented on USD ZAR is once we get this break retest to continue, and then down here is when I'll start looking to take these trades back to the top side. Right? Or price is just going to give us a clean break of these highs to then continue. There's really the only two things that could happen. So, you know, I'm not going to jump the gun early. I'm going to just wait it out. Booba, you wanted me to talk about gold, right? The 30-minute structure, 1 hour structure, which is the same thing. So, yeah, if we just zoom out. Let's go ahead and delete the session breaks real quick. Right? When we're looking at the structure, on the 30-minute time frame, right? We had higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Right? Price never broke these highs, but price did break these lows, right? And then it gave us a change of character, lower low, right? Lower high. Price broke these lows again, gave us lower low. Then price broke these highs, gave us gave us higher high. Right? We know that we're trading between this low and this high. Then price broke these lows here, gave us lower low. Right? So we know that we're trading between this low down here and these highs. Looking at the right hand side, price never broke these lows, and price broke these highs when these highs were made up here, which gives us this change of character back to the top side, higher high. And we can see now that nothing has broken these highs up here, nothing has broken those highs, and nothing has even reached these lows down here on the 30-minute time frame. So everything that you see between this low and this high, all of this that you see is internal structure time frame. Internal time frame structure, sorry. All of this would be 5-minute or 1-minute structure. So this is another key reason as to why right now, not only that, right, but if we go to the 4 hour, if we go to the daily time frame, where are we? We're in a huge zone of consolidation. Again, let me go ahead and turn off these session breaks for you guys. Right? We're in a huge zone of consolidation. And where are we within the zone of consolidation? We're in the middle of the zone of consolidation. This already, for me, is already an indication like, yo, I'm not going to be looking to take any trades here. Right? On the 30-minute time frame, same thing. Huge zone of consolidation where price is rejecting highs and rejecting lows the entire time. Right? So for me personally, I'm not really going to be looking to take any trades on gold. Again, unless we have continuation trades, 2 days of drop going into a third day, if price decides to give us a change of character, break of structure, cool, then I'll take the trades. But right now, what is price doing? Just trapping traders the entire time. The entire time. So 30 and 1 hour have the same levels as well as 4 hour and the daily. Yeah, I mean when it comes to like the 30-minute time frame, like or the 1 hour, the 30-minute and the 1 hour is the exact same thing. It's always gonna be the same thing. You're talking about a 1 candlestick difference, you know, on the 30-minute and the 1 hour. It is the same thing. People just prefer the same people that prefer the 15-minute. Right? The 15-minute, 30-minute, and 1 hour time frame is the same thing. right? Some people just prefer the 1 hour time frame to trade on. Some prefer the 15 minutes. Some prefer the 30 minute. So that at the end of the day, when it comes to that, it is all preference. Now, is there a better time frame to look at? Absolutely, and there's a 30-minute time frame, which is why I look at it. But again, everybody has their differences and whatever. So we don't even have to get into that. Now, the daily and the 4 hour, those are two time frames where right now, yes, they're the same. But on a regular basis, it might be a little bit different, right? The 4 hour might be more consistent with where the chart or where the price is present, on present time, or sometimes it'll be how you see it now on gold, where it's the exact same thing. But that does vary. It won't be the same every single time. Bitcoin gave us a day of rise yesterday. Then for today, we're still missing 15 minutes for the market to close, but we could sit here and say it's going to be a day of drop already. Whoa. So we have a day of drop on Bitcoin. Appreciate it, no problem. We know that we had lower low, lower high, lower low, and then price gave us a change of character back to the top side, higher high. And there's a lot of shit drawn here. So we have a change of character back to the top side. Again, is a change of character the indication that price is going to continue? No, we want to see a break of structure after the change of character. Then the last pair for the night, guys, US oil. Price finally gave us a day of rise after multiple days where price has been pushing up. Right, we're still trading between the same lower low, lower high. Same 30-minute high, same 30-minute low. We know that we are in level 2 on a downtrend, which is always good. Right, I would love to see a pullback now. Just a little bit of a pullback. If we could get this pullback up to the 4-hour engulfing candle, that would be perfect. Right, that'd be perfect. Right, we have the bounce off the 200 EMA on the 4-hour time frame. We know that this is just lower low, right? Lower low, lower high, going into a lower low, looking for a lower high to be set. So this looks perfect, right? Can't complain with US oil. Just gotta be patient with it. This has been a pair that as soon as the market opens, it's been moving every single time. So kind of unfortunate to have been missing these trades, but it's all good. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. The only real pair that I have on my list to keep a very close eye on is gonna be EA. Aside from that, that's pretty much it, man. Everything else is again either consolidating or moving counter trend, and we just gotta wait for the pullbacks to be set. So might be another slow day on the markets for tomorrow, but as always, we will be here in the morning, 7 a.m. Eastern, with the live trading session. You guys have any questions, let me know. Any other pairs you want me to go over, let me know. If not, we'll be done for the night and we'll be back tomorrow morning for the live trading session. Give you guys about another minute, minute and a half. At the 46 minute on the stream, we'll turn it off. So a minute and 20 seconds. All good, thanks. No problem, Muhammad. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Alright, my brother. We'll see you tomorrow. Kendall the firefighter in the building. I didn't see his message earlier. That's my bad. Mama. Alright, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace out. Have a good rest of your night.